welcome back to the Good Food YouTube channel. I'm Cassie and today we're diving into a timeless British tradition, afternoon tea. Now, no tea is complete without some delicate finger sandwiches. So in this video, I'll be showing you how to make 5 classic afternoon tea sandwiches which are as elegant as they are delicious. From the quintessential cucumber sandwich to savoury delights like egg and cress, smoked salmon with cream cheese, beef and horseradish and ham and mustard, these dainty bites will elevate your tea time to a whole new level. So grab your teacup and let's get started. First I want to talk about the bread. Now I'm using some white sliced bread for this, and I like to remove the crusts for a tea time sandwich just to make it a little bit more elegant, a little bit more elevated. And I do this before filling the sandwich so you can save the crusts for another recipe. So with a nice serrated knife, we'll just square off the edges to give us a nice neat square for our sandwich. Now you can pop these offcuts into the freezer and use them for breadcrumbs or in other recipes whenever you need them. Now I'm going to use this square of bread to mark out all my sandwiches to the same size so we get really nice, neat sandwiches at the end. I'm using a mixture of wholemeal bread and white bread for my selection of sandwiches just to give some different flavours and textures. Okay, now the bread's all done, let's move on to the fillings. Let's make a classic cucumber sandwich. I'm going to add a really nice minty cream cheese just to complement the cucumbers. So I've got some cream cheese here, and a few tablespoons into a bowl, and then we'll just add some freshly chopped mint. And this is a classic English tea time herb. It'll just add that lovely kind of fragrance of an English garden, which is exactly what you want from your afternoon tea. Really finely chopped through the cream cheese, and we just need a little bit of salt and pepper in there. Mix that really well. And then we'll just set that aside while we prepare the cucumbers. So I've got half a cucumber here, and I'm just going to use a vegetable peeler and apply quite a firm pressure just to get some nice thin strips of cucumber. You want to discard the skin and try and avoid the watery centre if you can. Now I'm going to use the white bread for this. So we'll take 2 slices, spread each side first with a little bit of butter, and this will just act as a bit of a protective barrier to prevent the bread from getting soggy. Then on we go with our lovely minty cream cheese, spreading it right to the edges, and finally we're ready for the cucumber. Now before I add this to the sandwich, I'm going to line it up next to the piece of bread and just cut it to perfect size. So nice sharp knife, you can see where the edges of the bread are, trim off the excess, and that can all be used in salads. And then we'll just lift our lovely row of cucumbers straight onto the sandwich, just like that. And remember, tea time sandwiches are supposed to be very refined and delicate, so you don't want loads of filling in there, just a nice thin layer. Now I like my tea time sandwiches in fingers, but you can cut them into triangles if you prefer. For a nice even finger sandwich, we'll go straight through the middle and then each half in half again. So there we have our first sandwich, a perfect delicate cucumber sandwich. Next up, let's make an egg mayo and cress sandwich. So I have pre-boiled my eggs and let them cool down. I boiled them for about 7.5 minutes. This is from room temperature straight into boiling water. I find that this is the perfect time to give you a nice kind of jammy centre to the egg. You don't want your eggs to go too far and become chalky. So these eggs should still have that nice fudgy middle, which will just add a nice luscious texture to our egg mayo. So let's peel these. If you're a big fan of egg mayo, make sure you check out episode 4 of our sandwich series where I'll be making the ultimate egg mayo sandwich. Now it can be a little bit easier to peel eggs if you do it underwater in a bowl, but for egg mayo you don't want the eggs to become too wet, so I'd recommend just doing it on the board. Now for egg mayo, you can either mash the eggs with a fork. Some people like to grate their eggs, but I prefer to just roughly chop them because I find this gives you a nice texture. I want some larger chunks and some smaller chunks. We've got those perfectly fudgy eggs there. Now let's scoop this all into a bowl. And when you're making egg mayonnaise, make sure you look out for golden yolked eggs or buy the best quality eggs that you can, and you'll get this gorgeous, vibrant yellow colour. Okay, of course, the next thing we need to add is the mayo. I'm going to be adding Hellmann's real mayonnaise to the boiled eggs. Good pinch of salt, and I like to add a pinch of cayenne pepper to my egg mayo. This just really lifts that flavour. Adds a nice little kick of spice. Mix that really well. Okay, and now we're ready to assemble our egg and cress sandwich. Okay, I'm going to build my egg, mayo and cress sandwich on brown bread. I think it goes really nicely with the flavour of egg mayo. So let's start with some butter. So you can make most of these sandwiches a couple of hours ahead, pop them in the fridge. You can pop them under a tea towel or a piece of kitchen parchment, which is just a little bit damp, just to help keep them a little bit moist and prevent the bread from drying out. And then on with the egg mayo, we're going to spread that out right to the edges. A nice generous amount of our egg mayo, spreading it right out to the edges. And then I'm just going to snip off some of this lovely cress that we have here. Now this is a great thing to grow yourself. If you've got kids, it's a really quick thing to grow, so you can pop a couple of seeds down and it will pop up within a few days. Perfect for making all your egg cress sandwiches at home. I have fond memories of making little eggshell cress men when I was younger, and I do it now with my kids. You can grow it in yogurt pots, any little pot or container that you have. Okay, so the cress adds a nice little pepperiness to this sandwich. On with the lid, and then again, we'll go into little fingers, I think. Try not to squash the sandwich too much as you're cutting. There we go, so that's our second sandwich. The perfect egg mayo and cress. Let's move on to smoked salmon and cream cheese, probably my favourite of all the afternoon tea sandwiches. So for this, let's start with the base of cream cheese. You need a couple of tablespoons into a bowl. And I'm just going to lift this with some lemon zest and plenty of black pepper. Give that a good mix. You won't need any extra salt in here because the smoked salmon is already very salty. Simple as that, and now we're ready to build the sandwich. So I'm going on white bread for this sandwich. Again, let's start with our layer of butter, and then we'll spread on some of this gorgeous lemony, peppery cream cheese. Okay, now for the smoked salmon. You can use smoked trout here if you prefer. It also has a delicious flavour. And you want to just arrange the salmon so it's right up to those edges. You can tear some off and just fill in any little gaps. You want a lovely bite of salmon in every bite of sandwich. Simple as that. On with the lid. And it's time to cut the sandwich into the finger sandwiches. Really simple, but full of flavour. There's our smoked salmon and cream cheese sandwich. On to our beef and horseradish sandwich. Now to this, I'm going to add some radishes. I'm just going to really thinly slice these just to add a nice pop of colour and a bit of bite. We're going on white bread again for our beef sandwich. So let's add our layer of butter. I'm using salted butter all the time here for all of the sandwiches. You can use unsalted if you prefer the flavour, but I like that saltiness that it brings to the sandwich. Now on one side of the bread, I'm going to spread a little bit of hot horseradish. Now this adds a real peppery flavour, so you can go as generous or as little as you like, depending on your preference. I like it quite spicy. Now on the other slice of bread, I'm going to add some Hellmann's roasted garlic mayo. And we'll just spread that out right to the edges, making sure every bite gets a lovely bit of that mayo. Okay, on with our radishes. And then it's time for the roast beef. So again, this is a delicate finger sandwich. So we just want a nice thin layer of that beef. making sure it fills every corner of the sandwich. You tear it up and fill in all the gaps like a jigsaw. There we go, and let's pop on the lid. Now it's time to cut that into our finger sandwiches. So there we go, a gorgeous peppery beef and horseradish sandwich. On to our final afternoon tea sandwich. So we're going to make a ham and mustard sandwich on brown bread. So, got our lovely squares of bread ready to go. I've got some hot English mustard here. Now, just to balance out the flavours in this sandwich, I like to add a tiny drizzle of honey to the mustard. And this just gives you that lovely kind of honey roast ham flavour, if you're not using the honey roast ham, all the way through the sandwich, which is just delicious. So, let's get butter onto our slices of bread. And then I'm going to spread some of this lovely honey mustard, and I like it quite spicy, so I'm going to be generous. Spread that over the top. Now for the ham, I've gone for a nice thick cut ham here. Now a good way to try and fill the corners of your sandwich is to slice your ham in half, which gives you a good straight edge. And I'm just going to trim this to the size of the bread, so you get a nice squared off sandwich. And then you've got the perfect corner to fit into your squared sandwich. Don't waste those offcuts, they're perfect in a pasta bake or any kind of other dish that you're making, risotto. On with bread. Simple as that. We're ready to chop it up into our finger sandwiches. There we go, our final sandwich. That's our hot honey and mustard ham sandwich. Now, all of these sandwiches are best made on the day that they're eaten, but you can get ahead by making them a few hours ahead. The best way to store your sandwiches is in the fridge, and I like to take a sheet of kitchen paper, which I've just splashed with some really cold water. You don't want this to be wet, just a little bit damp, and just lay this over your sandwiches before they go in the fridge, and this will help to keep them nice and moist and prevent them from drying out. And there you have it, 5 classic afternoon tea sandwiches, simple to make but perfect for impressing your guests or for just elevating your own lunchtime sarnie. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment below and subscribe so you don't miss any good food videos. Thanks for watching. Don't forget there's always time for tea. See you next time.